Mr. Primetime.
Cheers. This is going to be a show for the ages.
A show for because this is the debut, the Sam Darnold rep, correct?
That is correct. Hopefully the return of Tyrone at some point as well.
I would hope so, man. Because I literally got in the house 4 minutes ago. Like, we just trained for 3 hours. I'm still fucking sweating. I just ran the fucking door. I'm like, Tyrone's like, I'm gonna be late. I'm like, bro, you're killing me, man. Killing me. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go over a couple of things. Yeah, the wrap is tonight. That is true. Tonight is the debut of the wrap. Primetime has put a lot of energy into it.
Not just me.
Devontae?
Sam himself. He's been working hard at this.
So I guess some quick news and notes. Obviously, the Jets are going out to Green Bay. They didn't practice today. They'll be Wednesday, Thursday. It looks like the quarterback got hurt for the Packers, right? The backup, right? Jordan Love's hurt.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah. That happened like a week ago, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's not supposed to play, I don't think.
Right. So the other thing is, Vera Tucker is going to be out. Elijah Moore is going to be out. So, but I think the most important thing is you're going to see a lot of good battles. You're going to see they're getting tired of competing against each other. But now you have Mekhi Becton going against different pass rushers. You have Carl Lawson going against different offensive linemen. The corners getting challenged by a much different wide receiver group. It's just a lot of really cool matchups that you're curious to see how it all plays out, because this is what they need, man. And it's really good for Zach Wilson too, because he's probably starting to get a little comfortable seeing this defense. Now it's going to be completely changed up. So I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good for everybody. Just going up against some different faces, getting some different looks. You've probably learned a lot of the guy's tendencies at this point by now, as far as the guy that you're facing opposite you. So I think it's going to be good for everyone. Like I said last night also, I think just like more for the last 8 to 10 guys, those guys especially. I mean, this is a chance, against somebody else to really step up, kind of claim your roster spot, whether it's, for depth or if you got a chance to actually get on the field. This is a good chance to do it. So not only this week also, but with the Eagles coming up for next week too.
Well, that too. And you also kind of let the cat out of the bag too, where the Jets are going to play the starters in the third preseason game. So that's a Jets home game. It's a Friday night game and tickets are cheap as shit. I'm going.
I'll be there too. Interesting though, that he didn't commit to playing the starters for the entire first half though, against Green Bay. Thought that's kind of a surprise.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird because you want him to get reps. So he said it's going to be probably at least 2 series, maybe a little bit more. But he said they are going to play in the third preseason game. So I'm in. I'll go to that game for sure, because now it's like, all right, now it's got a little more spice to it. You're going to see some things. It's a Friday night. What else? You go to the stadium, check it out. So that's good. But prime time, the bigger news, and I'm looking forward to hearing Jose's take on this, because Blitz Boy is now the highest paid safety in the NFL. Jamal Adams made the Seattle Seahawks bend over backwards and accommodate him and just paid him a shitload of money.
He did what he was supposed to do. I mean, he had all the leverage in that situation. Once the Seahawks gave up the 2 first-round picks, their backs were pretty much against the wall. They had to sign him. So he held out the way he did here in a certain extent, got the money. So now he's got to live up to it. I give it probably 2 years, though, before he's holding out negotiating for a new deal.
Yep. So that's, and like, you're trying to think of like who won the trade. I'm like, dude, to me, it's like the Jets, I think, have won this. But you look at, Jamal Adams' biggest value was he was like a dynamic pass rusher and did all these different things. The money they gave him, look at the money we gave Carl Lawson. You know what I mean? It's just like, and we had the first round picks and you have everything else that went with it.
I still think it's too early to say the Jets won. I mean, once Vera Tucker solidifies himself as like an anchor on this offensive line, and we actually hit that pick for next year, then all right, then the Jets are winners. But you got to see at least one of those 2 picks really pan out with a solid player.
What's up, Darren? Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody back, man. It's especially like in the comments and stuff. What's up, Rachel? What's up to Nick? Tyrone will be on. I guess he's running late. What's up, Afram? Hopefully you're over the insult from primetime last night.
No insult.
This game is not a dress rehearsal accordingly, because they're going to play against the Eagles. So, which is interesting. What's up, Diane? Good to see everybody back, man. And thank you to everybody. I did a mental health video last night, and thank you to everybody that reached out to me. I got a ton of direct messages and all kinds of stuff, and I definitely appreciate that. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Let's see what's up. What's up, everybody? Everybody is all excited about this primetime wrap right here.
I think that's why everybody's back.
Yes, it looks like it. Tebow got cut. That's not really news. I mean, that's just no big deal.
No surprise.
I guess. And for those that are going to the game down in Carolina, they have a new mandate down there now too with the stadium. Looks like as of now, I think right now the city of Charlotte's going to having a pretty big spike in COVID. So they have an indoor mask mandate for their entire town. So now I guess the inside portion of the stadium, I guess you're requiring a mask, but as of now, the tailgate and inside the stadium doesn't require a mask. I don't really know how you do that, but like I don't know. I don't like.
I'm curious also what the Saturday night's going to be like beforehand. We might just be doing the Dallas trip with beer pong in the hotel room.
Yeah, because it's like if you're gonna, because I've been trying to follow a lot of stuff because before you book things, you try to like go and look at hotels and Airbnb and everything like that. I'm like, all right, what are your cancellation policies? What are all your policies? And I'm watching how it's going out, and it's like, all right, you need masks for this, you need masks for that. It's like, all right, this is getting like, we just went through this shit in New Jersey, and slowly but sure it's coming back here too. But like, yeah, we get need to get like a big penthouse suite and get like just party there, and just do our shit there or something. I don't know.
That might be the way to go.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that for those going to the game. As of now, nothing with MetLife Stadium, but it seems like news is changing on a daily basis, though. So you got to really keep it up. Keep an eye on it. The Raiders made some big news. The Saints did. So we'll see. Yeah, and it's so funny because they're like, well, if you're like a certain stadiums, like, well, you have to wear a mask unless you're eating or drinking. Like, I'd have a beer in my hand the entire game. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Sorry, man. Just thirsty here. I'm like
we usually do anyway. So
I'll be buying 4 at a time. Like, here we go. So we got So we'll see. Your boy looks good. You guys should get along this year. Last year was awesome. No, we've had like a drama-free. We've had exciting streams. We've been positive. We haven't had any issues whatsoever.
Till tonight.
Till tonight.
Tonight's going to cause some chaos.
Why?
Sam was tough to work with. I'll just put it that way during this wrap.
Really?
Especially after the trade. Once that happened, things completely shifted. That's kind of why it took so long. Yeah. We're going to hear some things about this probably.
So what's up, Nick? How you doing? Let's see. Hi, guys. As much as we clown Jamal and the Seahawks for paying him, I respect anybody for getting the bag. And what else was Seattle supposed to do? Once they gave up all that draft compensation, they had no choice but to pay him. And he knew that. Listen, I'm all for any player getting paid. This is what he wanted. I mean, he tried to sell the bullshit where it was all about winning and culture and all that shit. No, it's not. It's about getting as most money as humanly possible. And that's what he's all about. And that's why he wasn't practicing now. But even like Andrew Brandt, who is like a contract guru, a formal general manager, all this shit, he said it. The minute they made the trade for him, they should have done an extension right there. That should have been done right then, that contract done, so he couldn't play all these games. But now it's like it's a big pissing contest, and he knew that they had to pay him. Yep. So
no, the thing that really did it for me is once he pulled the same thing in Seattle, like it was a different story with the Jets. Like he had been here for 3 years. He felt like the organization was going in the wrong direction. Whatever his issues were, you can understand it. But once an organization gives up all that to get you, they want you there long term. So it was just a matter of time before they paid him. So for him to kind of handle it that way after just 1 year, I mean, that just kind of showed his true colors, I think.
So Jose has this franchise player, the highest paid safety in the NFL, Jamal Adams, Seahawk for life. Or at least 2 more years till he gets upset.
Definitely 2 years.
And like I said, Jamal Adams is just. I'm not going to spending much time on him, but he's just a fraud, man. He tried to say they're all right things. He tried to embrace New York, embrace the fans, be a man of the people, and completely spit in all of our faces when the going got tough. The going got tough, and he got going. That's exactly what happened. And now we have a whole new culture here, a whole new players, and the energy around this team. As an entire organization, as an entire team, is so much different than it's ever been, dude. All these young guys have bought in. There's no drama. There's no egos. There's no bullshit. Who's the biggest ego on this team? There's nobody, dude. There's no distractions. What's the distraction? No. There's not one legitimate me guy on this team. Everybody, like, they interviewed Quinn Williams. He's coming back. He's talking about all his teammates. Rankins talking about his teammates. Lawson, Becton. They're always talking about their teammates, how they want to help them, how they're all together. Like, there's no prima donnas. It's just a different team now.
It's crazy how that changed too. I mean, after his second year, we were all in love with him. We all wanted him to get that long-term deal, make him a Jet for life. He embraced the culture here. He was that one guy on the defense that just got everybody going. They had some swag to them. We liked that. And for whatever reason, once things really started to get tough, like you just said, he got going and he wanted out. He wasn't able to embrace the challenge of, uplifting an entire city and a team. That was the guy we pictured him as when he first got here. He wanted that challenge to kind of return the Jets back to relevancy. And once it got really tough, he backed out. So that's why I look at him a lot different than Darnold. I feel like Darnold, we traded him. He kind of, went about things the right way. Whereas Jamal, he took shot after shot on his way out. So.
And I disagree with this. I don't think Marcus Maye is becoming a me guy at all. I mean, Marcus Maye he He embraced the role of leader last year, and then this year he won his contract. They did a little pissing contest on social media. He went to minicamp. He showed up to everything. He was disgruntled. He voices displeasure, and he's been silent since. He came in. He's like, listen. He's like, I want more money. I deserve more money, and now you're gonna get the best version of me this year because next year I want more money again. But he's not a distraction. There's not. No. He had his agent did his little thing. At some point in the process, you have to cause that little stir to try to stir up negotiations, to try to rile people up, to maybe incite things. But I don't think it has anything to do with, I think Maye's not a distraction at all.
Not at all. And completely different the way, he's gone about things. Like you said, he's shown
silent.
up to everything. He's there. He doesn't talk a lot. He's not on social media.
He's
not
practicing
taking jabs at the team. Yeah, exactly. So, he's a very likable guy. His teammates all love him. He's never had one issue with anybody since he's been in the league. So I don't see Maye as an issue at all. And I totally understand where he was coming from. He was eagerly awaiting an opportunity to become a free agent, get the bag. And, the Jets hit him with the franchise tag last minute. So.
Yep. One Jets Drive episode 2 is out. So we'll watch that. I'll leave another little, I'll give my reaction video. I'm getting to reaction videos now. I'm doing a lot of film breakdowns and reaction videos now.
I thought your reaction video was great. I was disappointed they didn't use yours on any social media videos.
Listen, man, you're the nice person, and then I'm Captain Chaos. You're everybody's friend. Everybody thinks you're nice and kind and gentle. And I'm like I'm like the outcast. Everybody hates me for some reason.
No, wait till tonight's over.
Good. I hope this. So let's see. How does the Adams contract affect Maye's? Well, it's raising the market for safeties. Now the new highest paid safety is Jamal Adams. Now the price is going up for everybody else. I mean, isn't Derwin James due for a contract too?
I think so. Yep.
He's gonna get $20 million a year because he's better than Adams.
Adams wasn't even listed in the top 10 this year, so you can take that for what it's worth. But
yep.
I don't think Maye's gonna really be affected that much by Jamal's contract. I mean, it might reset the market for safeties, but unless Maye just has a monster year this year where he's like an all-pro caliber guy, I think we all realize he's kind of like a step below that elite tier.
Yep. No, and every player should be a me guy. And listen, even Robert Saleh said the same thing. Your goal is to make as much money as humanly possible. The NFL stands for not for long. Your career could be over in a flash. A lot of these contracts aren't fully guaranteed, so make as much money as humanly possible. But a me guy is when you're a complete distraction. We are just all about you creating headlines, creating a locker room disruption, all that shit. Maye hasn't done any of that. So Jamal is the perfect example of a me guy. Maye hasn't done none of that. He said, listen, I want more money. I'm not going to lie about it. I think their offer was insulting. I think I'm worth more. And if you go to your boss and want to raise, you say the same shit. You're offering me this. I want this. Okay. I'm not happy, but you know what? I'm going to go back to work every day because now I'm under contract. I'm going to do my job. You're getting the best version of me. And next year, this time, we're going to have the same conversation. I want more money. Will the Jets tag him? I mean, the tag price is going to be up higher now, and you see what happens.
That's also the kind of guy that you want to reward, I think, within the organization. I think that other players see that, and they say, all right, if I go about my business the right way, I handle myself the right way, the organization is going to take care of me. And I think that's something that can go a long way if they ultimately, find that it makes sense to sign Maye long term.
A bullying ogre. What the fuck? Ay. I'm about to get paid when I'm in the league. All right, there you go, Trevor. Go for it. So Tyrone is late. Because if Tyrone wasn't late, I wouldn't be on the show right now because I'm absolutely I'm in pain. I'm still sweating from my training. I'm trying to drink Gatorade so I don't cramp up. Let's see. So when are we debuting this rap?
Whenever you want. I mean, Tyrone's here now, apparently.
But I can't see anything though.
No.
Is there a camera with that?
I have no idea.
Do we have to just a gray screen? I'll grab a beer with you, Tyson, but I'll smoke one with Primetime. That's fair enough. That's good. Go.
Down with that.
Tyrone and Nunwa. That's a good one. That's a very good one. So is the rap something that you're going to perform or is it taped?
No, it's pre-recorded already.
So you're going to play it.
Yes.
There's no video to accompany it.
I mean, there's like no actual video, but I can post like a video version of it, like with a picture and the MP3 file on YouTube, like just so it's separate from the stream if you want.
So I want to react to it, but then how am I going to react?
You can listen to the lyrics and react. Nothing you need to see.
Okay.
So this is all Sam. It's not me. So.
All right. Did you check shorts? It's crystal clear.
Yeah, it should be.
So we try bringing Tyrone on because all I see is a gray screen. So I'm not sure if he's there or not, or if this is just like
might just be all audio.
Let's see. Let's see what's.
Yo, can you see me?
No.
No, not at
Can
all.
you hear me?
We can hear you. Can't see you.
Yo, this is crazy. Give me a minute.
Take your time, man. It's only a live show.
I mean, I know.
So we'll pick him back up there.
You can bring
do a Ghost Pepper first. So you're just gonna play the song. So how long is the song?
It's about 3 minutes.
Can you do you have the ability to pause it so we can digest the lyrics?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Ready to eat for everyone? I can only imagine. See, you should do this to a video, man. What's up, Brian?
Well, I figured I would debut it on the stream and then I could post it separately afterwards. But I couldn't convince Sam Darnold to do any video. He just wanted to go in the studio and rap.
Tyrone is John Cena. Can't see you. That's outstanding.
That's a great comment.
What's up, everybody?
Should pin that one.
Just so now, yeah, we're all gonna cringe at this. This is gonna be bad. Yeah, see, I don't know what he's doing. You would think that Tyrone kind of prepares for this. Like he's had 3 weeks to get this figured out.
I think there'd be some good lighting with the money that we're paying.
So do we start it without him?
Yeah.
All right. So Tyrone's in the stream. He's not on screen because all we see is a gray box. So let's get this rap happening. All right. So Primetime, when you play it, make sure you have the ability to stop it quickly because I want to digest what's being said here.
Well, are we doing it now or are we going to do it at the end?
So now, fuck it. We got time.
All right.
So you ready for this?
I was going to take my headset off so I can. Should I explain the backstory to everybody?
Yes, let's hear this.
Okay, all right. So we all know after the Super Bowl I did the Eminem rap, right? So
Yes.
After that, I had committed to do a rap about Sam Darnold. Now this was when he was still a Jet. So I had reached out to Darnold, his agent, about kind of just doing a collab on some things, and I had a brilliant idea. The song from Eminem, Stan? I was going to rewrite it with me writing to Sam Darnold as his biggest fan. And he'd write back, just kind of explaining what went wrong over the last 4 years. It was a brilliant idea. It was going well. Then Joe Douglas visited Zach Wilson and things kind of started to turn a little bit. Darnold got upset. He was doing all these 8-mile rap disses and everything. It was very hard to work with. And of course, even worse, he cites language in the contract that I didn't even realize when I signed it that gave him creative freedom over the final product that gets put out. So he calls me into the studio after the trade happened and he said, Prime, listen, I just want you to drop a beat. I'm going to go off for about 3 minutes and you're going to record it and you're going to post it. So I was like, shit, you're kind of putting me in some hot water here. I don't like putting stuff out that's anti-Jets, but my one hope was that this was going to rile some fans up that are going to Carolina, get those defense chants going. If you're behind the Carolina bench, get in his ear. So I'll bring it up right now.
All right.
Hopefully you can hear it. Should probably take the headset off. Actually, I need to hear you. So hear it?
Hear it.
All right.
There's no way my GM should have went to that kid's pro day. Got him confused and overanalyzed the balls that I should have thrown. No way. But playing for Coach Gase, it's so lame. 3rd and long, throwing screens for no gain. Punting down 3 scores seems okay. Thank God I'm finished handing it to Frank Gore. Of course, now JD finds offensive weapons to go to the bank for. No help watches the fans drink more with nothing to thank for. Too many holes, wouldn't take mortgage even with a late for. New supporting cast got me grinding like I'm on a dance floor. Been lifting so you know I got that jack look. Wasting too much focus talking about my wind up in my back foot. Stay giving me bust that both JD and Mac took. Funny thinking I can't do it, but now Zach could. That's a laugh, almost like saying that Hack would. New puny quarterback, I bet he can't even hack wood. September 12th, it'll hit you like a heart attack would. I'm that good. Best of luck with all gas and no brakes. I'm loving my new spot. It's all class with no fakes. Coming at you like Steve
Whoa,
Austin.
all class, no fakes.
Got me moving only fast pace. Say your prayers, Dom Toretto calling it bad grace. Leave your DBs cooked like Snooki in a pan face. For 10 years, you've had bad taste. Who you got that's sticking with McCaffrey? Logging sucks, I'm ditching them these nasty nasty. Brady's offense got me pitching only fast beats. Week 2, you'll be wishing I was back in green. It's blasphemy. The fans laugh at me for getting sick and seeing ghosts. New quarterbacks should learn my tricks, start taking notes. Instead, he's throwing pics on Instagram and making posts. Now I'm ripping shit and hitting posts on a boat like Tom Brady's, who making toast like boats and hoes. My game is worldwide. Soon you'll be wanting to pick me back up like curbside. 3 years, Bulls and Gates, that's how all of the fun died. But I'm done, no more Bates calling blind throws reverse side. You think you sew this shit up, but I'm leaving you untied. It's a brand new future, I'm thriving in a new spot. Week 1 taking souls, not leaving any loose knots. Don't care that y'all got 2 slots. Hitting Robbie only deep shots. Only way to take me out is like Denver with them cheap shots. New York was just a brief stop, saved in time from becoming a complete flop. You'll look back on this trade as a steep drop. Finally a real coach with Matt Rule. Adjustments on the fly, not only in the classrooms. How long until you're like the Mets arguing raccoons? A shame JD made these rash moves. Outside MetLife, they would have built statues if he did his job right, adding building blocks instead of only pass-throughs. I'm busting out like pistachios while you signing up cheap nuts like cashews. Big time throws, I'm making only cash moves. Field soon rolling with the Bears, call that some bad news. 5 quarterbacks in the first round, I bet you took the least one. Next 5 seasons, I bet you have the least fun. Super Bowl rings, you know I have at least one. Too late to come back, the deed's done. My failures made me stronger, I'm not a weak one. Yo, I'm off this mic, I'll see you week 1.
Fuck.
That was better than you thought it was going to be, right?
That was better than it was. Dude, I'm impressed.
Right? I got a future in rap, right?
Dude.
That's going to be a hit single. The only problem, I hate that he ripped the Jets so much. Like, that's what sucked.
Dude. So what you got to do is you're going to have to put that. I mean, it's just, you got to put that in a video so I can digest it and do a reaction video to the song.
I'll send it to you right after the stream.
Yeah,
just upload it in MP4 or whatever it is, so it can load to YouTube.
Yeah, so put the video up so that you can feature your video, and then I will listen to your video, and then I will do a reaction because I can do it like step by step, like I watch No Life Shaq on YouTube all the time. He reacts to people's music. I'm gonna get my first chance to do this. Just, I mean, everybody's super impressed.
See, told you.
It's just, I mean, I'm literally impressed, dude. I thought that was shit, man.
Right? Straight through, too. No breaks.
Did you start cracking up at all when you were doing it?
Almost.
Yeah, I heard a couple times.
One point at the very end, like I had to like catch my breath real quick, but for the most part, I just went straight through. I was good.
Everybody is freaking impressed by this. Oh, my God.
Shout out to Devontae also. He got me started. Like, he really motivated me. He sent me some lyrics when he was dissing our girl Cassie. So
it's just everybody. This is just that was actually everybody's in the same boat. Even Jose likes it. Jose's a rapper.
See, that must be good then if Jose likes it.
He's weak. Excellent creativity. Yeah, I mean, there was you're like ripping some bars out there, man. I'm like, that was.
That's what I'm saying. I already know bars.
This is so now Tyrone's just messaged. It's my camera, bro. Sorry. So what does that mean? To turn it on?
Or just come on so we could talk to you.
Oh my God. Just all class, no fakes.
Remember, that was Sam, not me.
You got to play that when we play beer pong in Carolina. At this point, we need to get like a big penthouse in Carolina so we go party there. We can't go to freaking restaurants and shit. Just another month. That was actually good. So what we got to do is we got to share the link.
We'll do.
Don't mind me sweating on the camera because I'm fucking legs are cramping up as we speak.
I'll be sweating soon too. It's humid as hell.
Dude, I'm dying. I'm absolutely dying right now. Oh.
Got your AC on?
Well, no, but dude, I literally I take it's called Beat Elite. It's a beet powder. It gives you like a jolt of energy to kind of like, I'm trying to like wean myself off of coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, which is obviously very bad for you. I don't get any time to sleep. So, but it gives you like a really jolt of energy, but it also gets a lot of toxins out of your body. So you just sweat like crazy.
Yeah.
And now it's like, fucking dude, I didn't have a chance to fucking do anything yet. So,
thanks, Tyrone.
Yep. Thanks, Tyrone. Appreciate it. The one time I just tried to get that was actually good, dude. I'm actually freaking impressed, man. That was really, really good. That was impressive.
Told you it's gonna be worth the hype.
See, everybody, please fire Tyrone. He cooks and spits hot fire. Primetime's got a whole new fan club now. See now, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna post a video, right?
Yep.
Send it to the Panthers to use the hype video. Yeah, there you go.
I have it on my other laptop in MP4, so I'll post it right after the show.
Yep. So you
Or do you want me
posted
to
it,
just send it to you so you could do the reaction?
Yeah, yes. Well, I'm fucking terrible. How have I been doing? Oh, I was. Yeah, if you send me like the video, then I can upload it myself, and then I can just react to it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's fine. Me and technology. Romeo usually walks me through it because I'm just stupid. So
I was gonna say if you want to do the breakdowns also from Dallas, I could just send them to Romeo.
Oh.
And whenever he wants to hop on, we could do those too. So those are ready to go.
yeah. So what he does is he sends me the video. I upload it on my computer, and then I figured out how to play two at the same time, so I can do that. I have that narrowed down. So we can do that. All right, we're gonna go to Mr. Kangaroo Man. What's up, man?
You.
Hey, I'm not gonna. Hey guys, can you hear me?
Dude, is it fucking winter there? What's going on down there?
I'm just living lockdown life, man.
But dude, you have a
Really,
hat.
man.
You're bundled up. Like, is it how? What's the temperature there?
Oh, it's probably like, I don't know what it is in bloody Fahrenheit. Hang on, I'll Google it.
Is it winter there though? Did you get like snow outside
Yeah.
or something?
Snow. It's Australia, mate. There ain't no snow.
He's bundled up like it's
Um,
fucking December, man.
Here you go. Now
He's
you
about
can
to
all
tailgate.
you can all laugh at me and call me soft. It's according to Google, it's about 47.
That's chilly, dude. That's not. That's
That's 8 degrees.
that's chilly.
Oh,
In my
That's
house,
like
in my
47.
house though, it gets pretty cold in my house because, you know, it just is because I'm cold. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, prime time. That was
That was fire, right?
I'm impressed. Yes, fire. Yes. It was at least. I think what it's done is it's probably made everybody take a good hard look at themselves and look at what they're doing with their lives because
Myself included.
Yeah, me too.
and think about how much times all those things you just think about. What was I doing when he did that? and where am I right now?
Same place, drinking on the stream.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
That was-
that was dope. That was dope. I'll give you that, Prime. That's
Definitely appreciate that.
that's legit. So I watched all the rookies play on the weekend. I watched pretty much every game, every snap. So I have a pretty good appreciation of where everybody's at. So you want to hear my hot takes on all the
Let's hear it.
rookie QBs?
Yeah, bro.
They did good things. They did bad things. Seriously. One thing I will say is I'll start with number one, Trevor Lawrence. He's lucky that the Browns' defensive front starters did not play, or he'd be dead.
Yep.
Because the first snap, he was sacked on his first snap, and then no Myles Garrett, no Clowney, they would have killed him. So the Panthers have to have a real worry about what the future holds for him if they can't protect him.
The Jaguars, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, the Jaguars. That aside, though, I think he still showed enough for if you're a Jags fan to be happy with the pick not happy with. Of course, you're happy with the pick, but to think that things are going to move forward as long as Urban can protect him, because geez, the Browns second string defensive front were murdering those Jag starters, and they're in for a long season because we didn't play a single starter on offense or defense, and we absolutely played with them the whole game and played the most vanilla offense and defense you've ever seen, and just absolutely murdered them. So they're in for a long season.
So then, what'd you think about Zach Wilson then?
I'll leave him till last.
Okay.
Yeah, Trey, he looked all right. I think Shanahan purposely didn't play him to his strengths, but he probably looked the worst, if you want to use that, out of all the rookie QBs, in my opinion. Even though if I'm a 49ers fan, I'm sitting here today still being quite positive with that pick.
Yep.
Like I think he showed enough to think that in the right scheme and with the right play calling, which Shanahan did not do, because I've been sort of paying attention to what's coming out of camp about him, and he's been impressing massively in camp. And what he's been asked to do in camp, they did not ask him to do it at all in that game. So I think if you're a 49ers fan, you're sort of happy with that pick. I think, though, he's also the guy who I think is, out of all the ones I've seen so far, is most likely to probably be the so-called bust out of them all. I think his ceiling is super high. Like his ceiling is Aaron Rodgers, but his floor could be like, oh my gosh. Because you saw some glimpses. I saw some glimpses that made me start having flashbacks of some of the Browns QBs of the past, where it's like, oh, that's not a good sign.
But that's why there's a good chance they might just sit him for most of the year.
Yeah, and they've got Jimmy. I mean, everybody harasses Jimmy, but why not? Why not give the guy a chance to just sit there and marinate and let everything come to him and that? So, yeah, Justin Fields, he really impressed me. I have to say, like I was in the camp before the draft that you probably there's no snow here, so I wouldn't even. Seriously, in my 43 years of life, I've seen snow like twice, and one was when I was deployed into a country that's now falling into disrepair. But anyway, I was in the camp of that. The Jets before the draft, the Jets should have seriously considered Justin Fields. I was like shaking my head, like, why are they going with this guy from BYU? That's when I knew nothing about Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Now the draft's over. He really impressed me. And I think Andy Dalton, again, I think if the Bears are smart, they probably let him sit a little bit more.
Yep.
Let Andy take the reins. I think the 49ers will do the same. I think that's the smart play with those two guys.
Yep.
I think Justin Fields has a high ceiling. There are some things that he probably wants to tidy up and give him time. And I think the Bears have the fortunate situation that they have a good enough guy to start in front of him.
Yep.
And just let him sit, let him find his feet, and don't rush the thing. Same with Trey Lance in San Francisco. And then as for Zach, I don't think you could be – if I'm a Jets fan, I'm sort of thinking like what I was hearing in camp didn't match up with what I saw in the game. Like all I was sort of hoping for from – I'm a quasi-Jets fan now. I was sort of hoping that he would – yeah, okay, I'm a Jets fan. I love the Jets.
You and Jose both.
Yeah. I was hoping that you would see some poise and some control and not somebody completely freaked out. And that's what I think you got.
Yep.
And for me, if that's his flaw, look at Giraffe Neck on the other team.
Yep.
Like Zach Wilson's already better than Glennon.
Yep.
On the Jets. Like if you just compared that game for what it was, I'd rather have the Jets quarterback. So you're already winning, right? You're already better than the Giants backup. So
I hope so. Number 2 pick.
yeah, exactly. So I think from the Jets' perspective, there's always going to be those people that carry on about, oh, we should have drafted this guy, we should have drafted that guy because he threw 2 passes in the preseason. You know, like I think most Jets fans, especially on here, have said, okay, we selected Zach. Now we need to worry about Zach and what he's going to do, not what Trey Lance does or what Justin Fields does or what Trevor does. It's what Zach does. And I think looking at it from a neutral perspective, I like what I saw because the building blocks are there. You got a glimpse of a running game, which is going to support Zach. And you saw from your rookie quarterback what you needed to see in his first few snaps. He's
also got receivers too, man. He's going to have a running game, an improved offensive line. He's got receivers. And more importantly, it looks like he's going to have a defense that's going to support him too. So it's not going to be like the offense is going to have to score, 35, 40 points a week to be competitive. The defense could be able to hold their own a little bit too, which is going to help him. He's going to have a good supporting cast, it looks like.
Yeah, and I think what's most important is that there were no penalties or very little penalties.
Yep.
Which shows which again, you've said it 1,000 times, Tyson. You want to see the coaching staff showing like that they know what's going on. They have situational awareness. They're coaching their players, So I think like you come away from that game as a Jets fan, like I would be really, really pleased that the organization is moving in the right way. Now, I'm not saying let's jump on the chairs and say we're going to the Super Bowl or the playoffs and, we're going to win the division. Like,
it's step one, man.
I don't think anybody in the chat or you guys are doing that. But yeah, if it was the reverse, like if I'm a Jacksonville fan right now, I'm like, oh my God.
Yep.
Like, oh my God, what is about to happen? Like before he got released, I'll watch the Tebow and the Jags sort of, I don't know how it works over in America, but it was like a Jaguar biased commentary on the NFL Network.
Yep. It was their home broadcast.
Yeah. they didn't know what was going on. They were going on about how the Browns have got the best offensive line and best rushing attack, and they can't run the ball at all against this Jaguars front. It's like there's no starters on the field, mate. Nick
Well, that's
Chubb,
like
Kareem Hunt, no starting O-line. What are you talking about, mate? And
no,
then
the
he was
Jet game was the same
Tim
thing.
Tebow.
The Jet game, it was a Giants broadcast, so you got to listen to all the Giant bullshit the entire time. Thank God we didn't listen to it. But it's like it's based on the home team, man. That's who gets the.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that viral block from Tebow that went viral.
It was horrendous. Yep.
Yeah. The way that the commentators were talking about that, you would have thought that he was Travis Kelce reborn.
Yep.
Like, he really affected the. I was just laughing. Like, I was laughing so hard. Like, do these blokes even watch football? Like, I'm sitting down here in Australia in 8 degrees temperature, which is 47 degrees Fahrenheit, in 7 coats. Look, I'm wearing two jumpers.
Shit's crazy.
I'm the coldest man in the world. It's like I'm a snake. Seriously, I'm that cold.
Heat?
Anyway, huh? Yeah, well, you guys have heat. No, we don't have heat here. I've got to go and start a fire, mate. So I've got to go outside and chainsaw down some wood.
I would actually enjoy that. A little fire pit.
It's good. Seriously, bro. A fire is good until that's your only option for warmth, and you got to go find stuff. But yeah, it's all good. Anyway, we're in lockdown again, so I think I jinxed our country. Last time I was on the show, I think I was like laughing it up how we had no COVID and whatever. Now we're in full lockdown.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. That sucks.
That's all right, man. Like where I live, there's actually no cases. There hasn't been cases for like almost 2 years. It's just Sydney, the main city, which is like 4 hours away from where I live. And so it's crazy times in Australia. But I'll go outside and try and play catch with a couple of the kangaroos. And if they can't catch, I'll cut them. If they can't catch, I'll cut them and put them on my plate.
That's it.
Anyway, lads, prime time, great rap, mate. I'm going to actually look for that on Spotify so I can play it and learn all the lyrics because I want to start dropping bars.
Thank you so
Darren,
much,
thanks, Joyce, man. We appreciate it, man.
Deuces.
Have a good night, man.
Have a good night.
So Primetime, for you guys that are joining us late, Primetime revealed his Sam Darnold rap, which we got a round of, it was impressive, man. I cannot wait to digest it piece by piece when he, I'll do my first music reaction on the channel, which is good. I don't know where the hell Tyrone is, Koala. I don't know, man. It's disappointing because he promised he'd be on. He said he was going to be on. He came on and we had no video. So audio, no video.
I would have taken just the audio just to get his thoughts on the preseason.
Fuck that.
Damn.
What are we doing here? So we will play it one more time before it ends. There's somebody, we missed a couple of good questions here before we go back to the viewers. The one position, where the hell was it? It was right here. Sean. What position do the Jets need to work on the most? Tight end. Yep. I think, and kicker. Tight end and kicker are probably, or if you had like 2 ones you're most concerned. And then I think once you see these corners go against the Packers wide receivers, we may change our expectations there too, because they're going to get tested a lot now. That's a whole different animal there, the Packers offense, as opposed to what they're seeing every day here. So it could be interesting to see there. And then
I think the corners, they're just going to be more in evaluation mode. Let these young guys play. Hope that the front seven can cover up a little bit for them. But with the money that you do have, why not put the tight end, like a vet end, if one becomes available, that could actually help your quarterback out.
Yep. What's up, Rodrigo?
What's up, Rodrigo?
Tebow, he's gone. Thank goodness. The guard position. What? So with the guard position, might as well bring him on if he's going to fire at this nonsense. What's up, Hugh?
I mean, only Farrah Tucker's going to be out for a little bit. But...
What up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Long time no talk, guys. Long time no talk.
It's been a minute.
Where you been, man? What are you doing?
Man, I've been grinded, bro. I work full time, of course. I am a father of 2 young, beautiful children, and I also I'm in school. I'm working on an MBA right now. So
look at you.
Good for you,
I'm
man.
Pretty busy, and I also a quick plug. I got a podcast that I'm running.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just messing with y'all.
I'm like, we lost connection. Sorry, we lost connection. Oh, sorry.
What's going on, man? Oh, so yeah. So, I mean, did you guys not watch the film? Oh my goodness.
What are you, Coach Gase?
Bro, Dan, what's his name? Dan Feeney?
He's not our starter, though.
I know he's not, but guys, injuries happen in the NFL all the time. We need depth, and Van Roten wasn't too good either.
Cam Clark got
You
put
know
on
what I mean?
IR today also. So
The offensive line is only as strong as the weakest link, and that's just the way it is in this league, man. There's too many dominant defensive lines out there, and we already know the question marks with our left tackle. He comes in and out every once in a while, so offensive line is always still a premium for me. I just know the nature of the game, and I think we cannot lose sight of that. Like, if you guys didn't watch the film, man, Dan Feeney was a disgrace.
No, listen, we watched it, but I also realized that he's not the starter. So I'm like, all right, like Vera Tucker's a much, it's night and day with those two. Now, if you say, listen, we need more depth, but you wouldn't say, just say in theory, Vera Tucker's back and he's starting. The offensive line is a lot stronger. Wouldn't the tight end position be more of a concern for you then?
Sure. I'm not ignoring the other weaknesses or flaws we still may have on this team. I just know where the game starts and where the game ends is the trenches. And what I saw was a disgrace. I'm just telling you, the way this guy was just getting up off the ground every single play.
The one he was getting mauled.
He was getting thrown around by multiple defensive linemen on the New York Giants team. And it's kind of funny, but I'm saying that's going to get Zach killed. Like, Zach almost got hit. I mean, he got hit on the one play, right?
Yep.
And that was because of Feeney. And, the kid's young, and I thought he did a pretty decent job with what opportunities he was given. And I worry that he's going to be sitting there, trying to be a hero and make a play and get hit.
See, now I kind of disagree with you here. And this is where I like when you call in, because this is when we argue. This is my favorite part of the show. So I think that unlike years past, this coaching staff is smart enough to realize that if there is a part of the offensive line that's starting to melt down, you start rolling him out and use his legs to his advantage. So you can scheme ways around a deficient offensive line. Obviously, because I think, honestly, if we're being completely honest with all this shit, any team that faces us starting week one, they're going to stack the box, stop the running game, and say, you know what? Zach Wilson has to beat us or you're not going to win the game because we're not going to let you run the ball. So that's going to be their approach. And now it's going to be how do they find ways to get the passing game going? The tight end position is obviously not a strength at all. So it's going to be running backs out of backfield and probably the short passing game and get the ball out of his hands quick so he's not taking those big hits. And to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to make him play hero football at all. They're going to take a lot of decision-making out of his hands where it's like, boom, get rid of it, quick reads. I mean, primetime, what do you think? I don't think they're going to make him make those big dramatic plays.
I think the scheme is definitely going to help him out. I know there's been a lot of talk, prior to training camp about the guards, not needing to be elite in this system. But at the same time, I mean, with Clark on IR and Vera Tucker, I mean, who knows when he's coming back? If he's coming back in a week, I don't think it's as much of a need. But, right now you got Feeney and you got Alex Lewis, who's a complete unknown. Who knows when he's coming back? Who knows if he's part of your future? So I think if both Lewis and Clark are now out of the picture, you can make a case to bring in a veteran guard for depth, I think, but not more of a need, I think, than tight end.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, those are definitely solid points. Tight end is definitely a huge hole. I mean, it's upsetting that we can't do to act right. Excuse me.
So now, offense, I feel quite comfortable in terms of the running backs. The wide receivers, I think, are definitely a strength. On the defensive side of the ball, I mean, I think everybody's ridiculously excited about the defensive line. I mean, they can rotate guys in all day long and have just a pass rush. You're getting Quinnen back. Now, what are your thoughts on the secondary, man? Is that the young guys have been doing all right so far, but they're going to get tested, obviously, this weekend with the Packers and this week.
Correct.
What are your thoughts so far of what you saw with the young corners?
I mean, I saw a few of them make some plays out there. Eccles, he made a really good play towards the third quarter of the game. They're young, and we'll see. I mean, it's interesting that the strategy that they went this year. They really, they drafted and then they kept with their own, right? So It's like all offseason we're like, well, who are they going to bring in? And Saleh has been standing on the table saying, hey, look, we're going to run with these guys. So the jury's still out, but I'm excited. I mean, I really think it just comes down with how our defensive line attacks.
Yep. Defensive
line is strong, but once again, it's all about depth. Good teams that travel, that go deep into the playoffs, they have depth, and you got to be prepared for potential injuries. And Shepard had, Nathan Shepard, in my opinion, he had a rough game, and I'm like, this is a great opportunity for you to show yourself. And I saw him getting thrown around by a few offensive linemen, but we definitely had some young guys, step up and make some plays. The guy that we drafted this year, so as long as our defensive line is doing their job, first and foremost, stopping the run. Number 2, attacking the quarterback, is going to make it a lot easier on our secondary. I mean, I do like the veterans we have that's peppered all throughout our defense as well.
Yep.
At the safety position, at the linebacker position. So I'm hoping that veteran leadership plus the attacking from the defense, it's going to be easy, and we're really going to see, what's his name, 31, be one of the top cornerbacks in the league. Yeah, like he said, we're all going to know who he is at the end of the year.
So you're dropping all kinds of good knowledge. It's great talking to you. So what is your expert analysis on 2 legendary quarterbacks, Mike White and James Morgan?
Man, I think they kind of dropped the ball in this one here, as far as getting an actual backup quarterback that can help us win games. God forbid something were to happen to Zach. I'm really not excited about the way those guys performed. I mean, it was still cool to see, Captain Morgan out there. I think hopefully he can continue to learn and potentially become a solid backup. But those guys are a liability.
Anybody that you think has some pressure to perform over the next 2 weeks to try and claim their roster spot?
I think Mims needs to continue to put up good film.
You don't think his roster spot's in jeopardy, though, do you?
No, but I mean, hey, man, there's only so many spots, and some of those guys, Smith was out there playing. It's he's gonna have to fight. I think Nathan Shepard, he might be done.
What?
Honestly, I mean, how many guys are we gonna hold on?
Marshall had a good game.
Yeah,
I'll stick with my boy Nathan Shepard. I'm going down the Titanic ship with him.
I hope I'm wrong.
You and your McCagnon guys, ridiculous.
I hope I'm wrong. But man, I'm thinking. I don't know. That's Herndon. Herndon need to get his act together, man. Like, I mean, once again, how many tight ends are we going to hold on to?
Yep.
I think this year it's still 53, but they can still finagle a little bit with with COVID and everything. They can have more people.
Yeah, the practice squad's much bigger too.
On the practice squad, yeah. So
Herndon's just a.
If there was more competition, he might be in danger.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I am tired. I've had a long day.
Yeah, I hear that. So now, would you consider trading for Zach Ertz?
Just depends on the price. Joe's been very frugal. He's been pretty smart with what he's doing with our draft capital. He believes in it, so he's just not gonna, in my opinion, just waste it. So it really all depends. I mean, I'm shocked we haven't made a move for Nick Foles.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I think he's just waiting that out. He's like, there's no way they're going to hold on to those 3 quarterbacks. So,
it's gonna be interesting.
We'll
Hugh, it's good to hear from you, man. You're a
You
busy
too.
man. Good luck with school. When are you done with school?
End of September.
There you go,
So,
man. That's
Lord
awesome.
willing.
Right
Yeah,
around the corner.
right around
That's
the corner.
Grind it out,
Congratulations, man. That's
But,
I
phenomenal.
remember what
It's
that
been tough.
was.
It's been real tough, but we'll get there.
Absolutely, man.
It's really great talking to y'all, fellas. You guys continue doing what you do. Once again, F the haters. And jet up, baby. Jet up.
Have a good night, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. Have a good night.
Always good hearing from Hugh, man. You're one of my favorite ones. He's awesome. All right.
Damn,
we
Jake.
will go. We got to. Oh, what's that?
No, it's Jake with the finish up, Hugh.
I know. What the fuck, Jake? Now just thought you're going to wait now, you bastard. We give everybody a fair amount of time. What the fuck? It's funny. A little quick story. How do I go about saying this? So we have an opportunity. We may have a chance to have somebody work with us as a sponsor. They're curious. They want to look. They're interested in sponsoring a podcast or a show and shit like that. So I was like, all right. And we're in the process of this, and I had to be very honest. Say, listen, man, we're not professional. We're uncensored. And it's not a traditional football show. Like this isn't like I tried to explain, like, how the fuck do you explain this? Like we drink, we curse. You may see a shotgun, you may see a shoe, you may see a guy puke. Like, how the fuck do you explain this show, man? It's just like
I wouldn't even know how to explain what we do here anymore. I mean, it's like half football and then just half pure entertainment.
that's what I was like. I was like, listen, man. I'm like, the cool thing is everything we do, you can watch. So if you're really interested, I'm like, we're not gonna lie to you that we don't interview players. We're not credentialed. We're like a misfit Jets football show is what we are. And if that interests you, and I'm like, if you don't offend easily, we're gonna be that. But I'm not sure. Like, so we'll see. It's fun. It was just I'm trying to think of like how to be like explain what you could possibly see on a stream. Like a game stream is very easy because you're watching the game. But a shit like this, we can go from like two very good calls, like Darren to Hugh, to like Ghost Pepper next. And you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Could be playing guitars, puking, knocking shit over, looking at dogs or dead bodies in the backyard. Like, we have no idea what looking. We never know what's going to happen. So
just explain that we do live streams and film breakdowns. Stick with that and we'll be good.
But the film breakdown isn't of like actual film notes. Of like,
you don't have to expand beyond just film breakdown. That's all it is.
It's just like explain this shit was just like, I'm like, oh my God. It's just never gonna be easy. All right, so prime time. Jake's gonna wait now because now he insulted us. So we're gonna go to Anthony.
He said
What's
he
up,
finish
man?
up strong.
What's up, boys? How you guys doing?
Clarify.
How you doing, man?
Prime time. I was
What's up,
really
man?
impressed, dude. I was way better than I thought I was going to be, dude. I'm impressed.
Definitely appreciate that, Ant. Thank you.
Just let me louder this a little bit. So what's up with you guys? How you guys doing?
Living the dream.
Hanging out, doing a show, man.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the preseason game?
Man, it was great seeing football again, dude. Once Zach Wilson took the field, dude, I was so excited, dude. I went crazy, dude. And other than him, dude, it was nice to just watch football again, dude. Like seeing our new coach on the sidelines, dude. You're not watching Gage just stare at his playbook for literally the entire game. It was nice seeing football again, dude. I understand like it's only a preseason game. I don't want to get too excited. I understand we won the game, but it was still fun to watch football again.
So what'd you think about the offense?
Man, I like the first team out there, dude. I like this new offense we have, dude. Like we were running so much play action, dude. We were running the ball so much. It looked pretty good. I liked it.
Players on either side of the ball that stood out to you?
Man, I understand, dude. This guy is still fighting to start, but dude, Bryce Huff, dude, he looked like a monster. What's going on right now?
Oh, you're right, dude. Great bend off the. No. Bryce Huff, great bend off the edge, good speed, good explosiveness. How about on offense? Anybody there, dude?
Listen, Mims had a good night. He had that one. It was like 3rd and 18. He fought off so much tackles, and he got that first down.
Oh, dude, he ran over like 4 guys on that
Dude,
play.
he did that so much. Oh, now I understand that because I'm playing, dude. I say dude all the time. I don't know why.
I was gonna ask you.
My cousin even says I say it a lot.
Oh shit!
I always do.
It's like a stoner thing.
Oh shit! Keep going, man. You're doing fine.
Ask me something else.
Well, let me ask you
This is
this.
a fact.
What position
Eric,
right now are you most
Eric, you're
concerned
speaking
with?
the
Tight
truth.
end,
There's no way.
Backup O-line?
Man, the tight end position still looks bad, dude. I don't even. I keep on saying it. Oh my god.
Ignore the chat. Drown out the chat. We're talking football.
Yeah. Okay. So the tight end the tight end position looks horrific. Like, I know Croft had that one catch, dude, but like, it wasn't really nothing, dude. Herndon, he still looks horrific. If I'm the Jets, dude, I would trade for Ertz in a heartbeat. Like I actually would. Well, I'm not sure. What do you think he's worth?
Late round pick. I mean, a 5th or a 6th probably.
Like, yeah, I would think so. Yeah, but like, I'm not sure. Like I expect on the tight end, I gotta
smoke pot. I can't take any more of this shit.
I expect a guy like Yeboah to get cut, but after
that
like
fumble definitely didn't help him out at all.
that was bad. So yeah. Listen, Herndon's roster spot might be in jeopardy because he literally hasn't done anything. So
I think his roster spot's in jeopardy.
If
you're cutting Yeboah,
he's done nothing though.
But who else is making the team though?
Yeah, Tyson, oh my God, you've been dying. It's not even that funny.
What's that?
It's not even that funny because I haven't said dude in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, seriously, dude, it's been like 3 minutes. Be professional, man.
Okay. Keep going. Do it fun.
I totally forgot what I was talking about because you just keep on dying laughing.
I'm sure it was very important. So who's give us a surprise cut? Give us 2 surprise cuts.
My 2 guys. Where is Zuniga? Like, actually, where is he? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's on the field. Did you watch the game on Saturday? He was there.
Dude, he just looks invisible. Like, I don't ever see him. And then here's another guy. I know that like this guy's had some off the field issues, like non-football related issues. Like, if he's not showing up to practice, I can definitely see Alex Lewis getting cut. I understand he's a Joe Douglas type guy, but like, man, if he's just not getting to the field, like, I would just cut him. I was expecting him to get cut. He's only making $3.5 million, so who cares if you cut him? If I'm Joe Douglas, I would really like to cut him.
You think Ryan Griffin has a chance to get cut?
Definitely, absolutely. I know. I think at least one tight end's getting cut. And the thing is, dude, who knows what tight end's going to get? Who knows what tight end's going? Oh my God. Who knows what tight end is going to cut, dude? Because like there's horrific, all of them. So yeah, I'm just not.
Of course, you're going to cut a tight end. You can't keep like fucking 6 of them. You're going to cut some. No. What about Yeboah? He fumbled a bad.
Yeah, we were talking about it before.
Daniel Brown.
Daniel Brown, I don't really. He could be because I just never see him out there. So
did you watch the fucking game? They're all out there.
I didn't see Daniel Brown. I saw Yeboah, Herndon, and Croft. I didn't see Daniel Brown once.
What were your thoughts on Trayvon Wesco?
He looked all right, man, but I didn't see too much out of him though. What, you love Wesco? You love Wesco? I don't know why.
He was blocking.
So pretty much. So basically, in summary, you saw you were impressed by Wilson, and you didn't really see much of anybody else. You probably didn't see anybody else. Did you see anybody else in the field other than Wilson?
I saw Corey Davis, Keelan Cole. Crowder had a few. Mims had that big first down. It was like 3rd and 18.
So there's 11 guys that play on each side of the ball, and you saw 6.
Yeah, I saw Beckton was shoving guys to the left. Van Roen, he was okay. I saw Moses out there. Feeney looked bad.
Were you surprised that Dwumfer got cut today? Because he had a pretty good game.
Not really, because I didn't see anything out of him in practice at all. Like, I'm not surprised by it. And the guys.
Time out. How many practices have you been to?
I've been to 1.
Oh,
yeah.
Which one did you go to? Why didn't you hit us up?
Green and white. You guys know this. Green and white scrimmage.
Oh, the one which is debatable because we were all there, and apparently you couldn't find this when we were right in front of the gate. So
I thought you actually went to Farm Park.
So basically you said I haven't seen a lot of him at a practice. So they've been practicing for
I haven't seen any good out of him.
So for that one practice that you went to, you gave your final analysis on the player.
I'm saying I didn't see any good out of him. That's all I'm saying.
So did you actually sit and stare at him? What number is he? You know what number he is?
50.
Okay, so you sat there and stared at him for the entire practice.
No, I didn't stare at him. What?
Well, you went to practice, and
you're saying I haven't seen any good out of him. That's what I'm saying.
But listen to my question though. So now you're sitting here saying you saw nothing out of him, but you didn't focus on him in the practice. So how do you know what you're even looking at?
No, I'm just not. All I said was I didn't see any good out of him. I saw him on the field at times. Okay. I just didn't see anything good out of him.
So do you sit and study the offensive line, defensive line, and see who makes plays?
Yeah.
So do you realize that he had sacks in the game or no?
Dude, I forget some plays of the game. I'm sorry.
Isn't a sack a pivotal play on defense? Like
I'm not
if you're watching a game, you wouldn't notice a sack.
I'm not making a big deal over a preseason game.
Well, you're making a big deal over practice that you apparently watched.
No, I'm not.
So you're saying you didn't see. Wait. First of all, let's go to process here. You're saying you watched the game.
You didn't focus because you were dying laughing this whole time.
But now you said you watched the game.
Yes.
And you're saying you didn't see anything out of a guy that had prime. Did he have 2 sacks or 1 sack? I know he had at least 1.
Yeah. He might have. I turned a lot of the game off.
So now
boring.
Oh, so now the game was too boring for you.
No, I didn't watch the entire game. I did. I watched the first 2 quarters, but I didn't really watch.
Oh, so you just watched. So now you're making your assessment on one practice, and I didn't even watch the second half of the game, so you didn't know what he did.
No, okay, I watched 2 quarters, 2.5 quarters.
So now you watched 2.5 quarters.
Yeah.
So now you're basing this guy's entire Jets performance on one practice you saw, and you didn't watch him play in the game.
Well, let me say something.
You can try, man.
Because you've been dying laughing this entire time.
You sure you didn't watch 3 quarters now? You want to reach it to 3.5? Do I hear 4 quarters? How many did you watch, man?
2.5.
Okay. So the guy that had the sack and was very encouraging.
When all the backups went in, I really didn't care anymore.
So now you don't care.
That's the best part, though. Figuring out who's going to make the roster, watching the guys.
If you don't care, then how you're cutting guys?
The first team out there.
So basically, what you should say is, I don't really know who to cut because I don't watch anybody past the first string.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's not what you said at all. You cut the guy. But you said he didn't show you anything. The reason why he didn't show you anything is because you didn't watch him fucking play. That's why. Am I wrong?
In a way, you are.
Am I wrong that you're cutting the guy? You didn't even watch him play.
All I'm saying is this: I
don't know what you're saying. You're better off just saying "dude" over and over and over because your football analysis on the second and third string is horrendous. You didn't watch the guys.
You totally made me forget everything because you were dying laughing.
How could you forget a sack?
I couldn't focus because you were dying laughing.
So now it's a focus thing.
Well, hold on. The sack was in the second half, I think. So
yeah, he wasn't watching.
Yeah, it was probably in the second half. Yeah,
probably.
At least I saw guys like Huff make plays and stuff like that.
Well, I'd hope so, but you're at least somewhat of a fan. Where's it at? Oh shit. All right. Well, Anthony, I give you credit because you're trying, but when you're offering takes on player cuts, you at least gotta watch what's that?
He fought back a little bit there.
With what?
It was a good effort.
Tyson, literally what I'm saying was I was in my living room when the game was on, but when most of the backups went in, I wasn't really looking at the TV because that's what I do during preseason games. I don't really focus on this the backups and all that.
Right. So basically, once the starters come out, you don't really care. You just kind of casually watch, and they'll pay attention.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah.
So then, if you're going to casually pay attention, it's really hard to give any kind of analysis on the backup.
I know these guys that you're talking about.
Apparently you don't, because you're cutting a guy that had a sack.
Okay, but that was against backups, though.
That should have been the response. That should have been the response right away. It was against third string and fourth string.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he didn't show much in practice to justify.
But he said what I saw in practice. So it was one practice.
Sports. I'm not an idiot.
I didn't say you're an idiot. I have not at one point called your name in this whole conversation. I'm just pointing out the holes in your conversation.
I'm talking to Nick.
Oh no, I don't
like sports, dude. I talk about sports every day of my life.
The ones you watch.
Yes.
Okay. As long as it's the starters, though.
The one thing about this show and this chat, it's okay to say, I didn't see that guy. I didn't see that play. Yep. Just don't try to say, I watched everything at practice when, you weren't there too much.
Because I know you guys don't want me to say, I don't know what happened. Because I come on.
I'd rather you say I don't know.
I come on the show for a reason to answer questions.
Yeah, but the answer should be I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Okay. Yeah, just say I watched 2.5 quarters, and we'll keep the questions to the starters and second string.
Yeah,
that way we know.
Yep.
Transparency, accountability.
This is probably my longest call.
I know, and
This
it's probably one of your worst ones too.
Yeah.
You had a hot streak going, man.
Listen, last week I was tired. That's why I felt like my call was bad. Like I was exhausted that day.
You had a good streak going. You know what you are? You're like the Mets, man. You had a really good streak going, and then all of a sudden, whew, right down you went.
Dude, sorry, Tyson. I'm not. I've been busy. I'm not just focusing on the Jets right now. I work literally every day.
Probably you're busy.
Yeah.
Real quick before Tyson responds. What is your like Monday through Friday schedule like? I'm just curious.
All right. So Monday I usually.
What time do you wake up? What time do you wake up?
I'd say maybe around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, something like that.
And you go to the beach?
7:30 to 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. And then Tuesday I work, Wednesday I work, Friday I work. I meant Thursday I work. Friday I usually go to the beach or something like that.
So wait. So Monday and Friday you don't work?
Yeah, this is what?
Monday you don't work?
Yeah, I don't work on Monday.
So Monday and Friday you don't work.
Friday's off.
Yeah. But
Okay,
I usually go to the beach or something now.
Okay, so you're really, really busy. So you work 3 days a week.
Hey, guess what? I go to high school parties and stuff like that. I have friends, you know that, right?
That's debatable too.
Fair.
We could probably argue about that too if we'd like. I don't know.
Good. I'm not a loser.
What about your weekends? What do you do Saturday, Sunday?
Weekends, I either work on Saturday or Sunday. It gets switched a lot. But the day I'm not working, I usually go to my dad's house. My parents are divorced, so.
How many hours a day? Am
I there?
When you work?
I work 10:30 to 7 every day.
Not every day, 3 days a week.
So about 28 hours a week.
I schedule every day, yeah. And I usually go to the beach, so.
But you realize the beach isn't a job though. You realize that, though, right?
I'm pretty tired right now. I'm not gonna lie.
But you realize the beach isn't a job, though, right? That's like relaxing.
I'm outside though, so
now being outside's a job.
I'm not saying that.
To go to the beach is actually.
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted when I do something like that.
Yeah,
going to the beach exhausts you?
No. After I get back from the beach, I'm exhausted.
So when you go to the beach, you come back, you're tired.
Because we go early. That's why.
How early?
I'd say we get there maybe around like 8 or 9 or something like that.
That's
somewhat early.
So I got nothing.
Why do we have to fight? I don't understand this.
I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand your
I didn't come on here.
You're tired.
I didn't come on here to fight. I didn't.
No, but I mean, I think you're unique, my friend. You're very unique.
I want to meet up with you guys, but if you got, never mind.
You do what?
No, never mind.
What'd you say?
I said I wanted to meet up with you guys at the game, but like
you can't.
You're going off on me right now, though.
Wait, now you don't want to meet up?
No, I do.
How am I going off on you? I'm asking you questions. We're having a conversation.
I understand. I'm just saying.
We're trying to get into the life of Anthony. We're trying to figure out what your life is and how busy you are. You said you're very busy. I want to see how busy you are.
Because I am really busy.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously.
I know you told me you work four jobs. I'm just like.
I probably do more in 2 days than you do in a week, but that's fine. It's no big deal. We're different people.
Well, what are your 4 jobs?
You want to know my 4 jobs?
Yeah. What are your 4?
I work a full-time job for a manufacturing company.
Yeah.
I teach classes, I coach fighters, and I do this shit 5 days a week.
Okay, I really wouldn't consider this just a job, though.
Dude, we probably put more time into this channel than you do at your regular job.
I'm not sure about that.
I can guarantee you we do.
I'm not sure about that.
I can guarantee you we do.
Because you know what, next summer my schedule is going to change because I'm probably going from working 4 days a week to like 6 or 7 days a week during the summer next year.
Ooh,
good.
That's gonna be rough, man.
Yeah, because I'm going to college eventually, so that's why I got to keep on working. I'm getting my license next March, so
that's great.
There you go.
That's awesome. That's what you
I'm going for my permit this Thursday.
Well, good luck, man. Are you practicing?
Yeah, me and my mom always go to a parking lot. We drive. I'm not nervous at all, man. I can't wait to drive.
That's good. Stay calm, stay composed. Be very nice to the guy. Be very nice to the instructor.
Yeah, I will.
All right, Anthony. Good luck. When is this? This is what, Thursday?
It's Tuesday.
No. When is your test?
It's Thursday. Thursday
Let us know how you do, man. We definitely were rooting for you.
Good luck, man.
Thank you. Have a good night, boys. It was all right.
Ended on a good note.
Have a good night, man.
Good night.
So if anybody hasn't realized, I'm irritable as shit tonight because I haven't been home for more than 4 minutes. So I'm triggered. I get triggered very easily tonight. So and if you guys want to know why I'm angry, I'm even more angry because fucking Tyrone's not here bailing me out. So it is what it is. So we'll bring on Sneakers to Boots. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Doing well. I'm gonna start talking Jets, or at least Primetime's rap, because that was a pretty good rap. Prime
Well,
time.
no, the first question is, are you tired when you get home from the beach?
No.
Okay.
The beach is luxury. The beach is leisurely activity.
I'm tired when I get home. If I'm there for like 6-7 hours,
if you're sitting out in the sun and you just get roasted,
it feels
and don't
good,
put
though.
any sunscreen on, or like don't actually take any precautions, then yeah, it could beat you up. But it's not like you're physically being active very much. Like
That's true.
So your thoughts on Primetime's Sam Darnold rap debut?
It was good. It was definitely good. I'm definitely gonna have to hear it again for some other lyrics, but overall very impressed. I'm telling you, you got to bump that when we go to Carolina.
Yeah, we're gonna have
I'm
to.
just
I'm
honestly
worried.
blown away that
I don't want too many Panthers fans around us. They're going to hear that
That's
and
fair.
think
That's true. That's
we're
true.
pro Sam Darnold. I got to write the clap back for Zach Wilson at him.
Keep it on the low. Yeah, I'm more impressed that you even got like his contact. And can you blame the kid for spitting that back to us? No, I was a Sam Darnold fan just like you did. Like I had high hopes. I wasn't as vested as you, but I wanted to keep him. And then the more I realized that Zach Wilson was going to be picked, I was like, all right, time to move on. That's it.
Yeah, I definitely don't blame him for going in the way he did, but it definitely put me in a tough spot having to be the one that releases it for Jet fans. But it is what it is. I'm glad we finally got it out there, though. The fans wanted it, so we delivered.
I guess we'll see if you guys are going to be on their reviews. Prime doesn't be on the reviews anymore. It's going to be.
I don't think that one's going to make it,
dude.
I don't think that one's going to make it.
So what are your expectations this week with the practices versus the Packers and then the game? I think it's gonna be an excellent challenge. Probably one of the best teams in the NFC with Aaron Rodgers and those guys. So what are you looking to hope the Jets get out of this?
I mean, we all know that Zach Wilson's going to study Aaron Rodgers to a T. That's at least what we hope. But I'm interested how Becton reacts to Clark. I don't know if he's going up against him. He's going to be a premier defensive lineman. Overall, I'm looking forward to get AVT back. Watch out how this line comes in, and the defense is going to be pretty solid. The line is going to be insane. Like I feel like if we just stay healthy, we're going to be set. Healthy teams win games, man. Healthy teams, like defensive line, especially. We're going to rely on our front four. We're going to have our safeties back. Everyone's going to be in zone coverage. We're going to have to make the tackle, make the play. That's what it comes down to. Everyone's going to play their coverages. Moses is going to dictate what's going to happen, or is Davis dictating what's happening? I don't know. I heard that in practice, like early training, the early OTAs. I'm assuming it's switched, but.
So now, do you think the one question, like we always say, like, the Jets' young corners are going to get tested, but I guess my response is they're getting tested now because the Jets have like solid, like they obviously don't have Devontae Adams, but Corey Davis is very good. Crowder's good. Keelan Cole's good. I mean, and even before Elijah Moore got hurt, he was kind of pushing him. Like, don't you think our corners are getting a lot of trial by fire now? And it's like, they're going to be somewhat prepared going into Green Bay, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, they're going against premier wide receivers. This is going to be a big test for them. Luckily, we get 2 practices with them. I mean,
but it's not like they're going against like fucking Steven Smith, David Nelson, and Clyde Gates like in the years past, or like when our biggest asset was Perryman. I mean, they're going against guys that are like very competent guys now. I think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to be in over their head. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
No, I mean they've shown flashes for sure. As long as that defense gets home, they've definitely shown flashes in the back end. Like they need to get home. But I do think that there's going to be a respect, like Carl Lawson with Gerard Davis with the okay, sir, like he's responding to them, like they're showing respect to their leaders. Mosley and Lawson are going to be our leaders, and we're going to ride them. And I can't wait to see what happens.
No, they're very team oriented, man. They're always talking about each other, always like, you kind of inspiring each other, encouraging each other. It's like, it's very like, that's the culture, I guess, Salas keeps talking about. I mean, don't you think prime time, like almost every interview, they're always mentioning another teammate. It's like, it's awesome.
Yeah. What was the quote from Quinn Williams about like all the Sharks being able to eat? It seems like they want to be able to like do things to help each other out and
together.
Like I said before with Jamal Adams, there's no egos. There's nobody out there right now that's just trying to do it for themselves. It seems like everybody's buying into the new team culture, which is what you want.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, they're feeding off each other. It's a we mentality. Jamal Adams was all about me, but he preached we, always about me though.
Yep, he was a fraud.
But I did want to say that Jabari Zuniga looked like he went into a black hole and like stopped the time. Like he just looked so slow off the ball. Like
it was terrible, dude. He was literally stopping. Like he would rush, and the guy would put his hands on him, and he would just stop. He wouldn't even shake it. He wouldn't shake loose. It was like terrible.
Yeah, but I do have a quick point. I did ask my girlfriend this: if Rose did murder Jack, and she thinks that Rose murdered Jack. So
there it is.
Point that out.
Well, now she has to come on the stream then.
I also think she murdered him as well. But
see, I knew I had some support with that.
Oh my god! Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
No problem. Tyson, quick question. Did you mention something about the hotels in Carolina? Like, do they have new rules for COVID? Or did I get that wrong before when I said about
right now, what I saw today was that they have in Charlotte, they have an indoor mask mandate everywhere.
Okay.
So that's I'm like, I just saw all this today. So when I get like time to look it up, I'm gonna look all this shit up now. So
all right, every day is a different day. We'll see when we get there.
Yes, sir. Just get there already. Have a good night, man.
Guys. You too.
Have a good night, dude.
All right, prime time. So I was looking at, we have people in our studio here. I'm looking at it, and I saw a dog on the screen. So I don't know what we're getting ourselves into here, but here we go.
Oh, shit.
Vincent, we lost him. Did he leave us?
Sorry, no, I'm right here.
Where'd you go?
I'm sorry, I'm fixing my sister's TV.
But your screen's black. We can't see anything.
Because it's just in a spot that was dark and hard to see.
Oh, I saw a dog like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, yeah, my dog. Hold on, let me just go get it.
What are we doing here?
Because Cassandra was wondering where the hell my dog was, so here he is.
We can't see shit. All we see is like a corpse of a
So
dog.
give me like 2 seconds to sit down back at my table.
I think I'm getting dizzy watching this for some reason.
Just give me hold on for 2 seconds.
Well, you got it, man. I mean, it's only a live show. I mean, we got plenty of time. No big deals. What else? Oh,
He's
we
following
got light.
along.
We got a dog. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just dropped the dog. It's just, this is why we're never going to get sponsors. Never. We can never explain this shit ever.
Nope.
Oh, there's your dog.
Oh, no, I see him.
Yeah, he's also wearing his Jets collar.
Did you wake him up? Poor thing's like he just woke up.
No,
Or is he high?
No,
Dog looks high, actually.
no, he has this perpetual face.
Secondary smoke?
Does he eat ghost peppers too or no?
No. I would never.
He eats the puke on the floor.
No, he doesn't eat at all.
He doesn't eat at all? You starve him?
What, are you starving?
No, it's a challenge to get him to eat. He only wants to eat treats.
Well, I mean, that's. I mean, I can understand that. So then, how do you feed him?
You got to make him eat regular food though. It's not good for him to only eat treats.
Of course, no. We do we first it was we tried bone broth that worked for a bit, then it stopped. Then we would put his food in warm water, a bit of warm water, then that worked and it stopped. And now we have an additive powder that we put on top of it and mix that, and also add a bit of water. And now he eats that.
Sounds terrible. Does he eat people food?
No, we haven't given him people food because we don't want him to become a beggar.
Come on, dogs love people food.
Yeah,
a little chicken off the table. No,
give him a good steak.
A couple slices of cheese every now and then. That's about it.
Okay, fair enough. Poor dog's gonna starve to death. He's just got no chance.
I give him protein before I'm giving him dairy though.
Yeah.
Well, cheese has a bit of protein.
At least he's calm. Is he tired?
No, he's just he's just excited.
He doesn't seem very excited.
Why does?
Dog's like, why, man? Why am I on this fucking stream right now? I just want to lay down, go to
No,
sleep.
you want to talk about the preseason game?
Sure, let's do that.
What were your thoughts?
Well, first off, it was just fun to actually be able to watch something that resembled football.
Yep.
It was fun. I thought Wilson looked good. I thought the starters, looked good. Didn't end in the points that maybe you wanted, but like what you're looking for, the poise, the command of the offense, the release, the accuracy, because that's what you're looking for. Because the stats are meaningless.
Yep.
Like Justin Fields put up numbers against a bunch of third stringers and guys who probably won't even make the team, and Zach Wilson put up like a small smidgen of numbers, but it's just what you're looking for. It's like, who looked better, not who had better stats.
No, he looked composed. He showed some quick release. He spread the ball around to different receivers. I mean, I think one of his last throws of the game, he took a pretty big hit when he got released it, threw it into a nice window. I mean, it was a good first step for everybody, dude.
Yeah, no, I love the defenses, like the quickness of their defense, how quick the starters were. It was just incredible. See that speed.
Any players that really stood out for you on defense?
No, not really. I wasn't really paying attention at the time because I was paying attention at the time because I was also dealing with.
Why are we here again?
I was dealing with a cold.
That was a softball question. You had to give any name, any name. Somebody on defense that impressed you.
You said I didn't really watch?
God.
Did you just watch offense on defense? You just turned it off?
You know who impressed me? Bryce Huff.
Thank you. There you go.
You want to know what's frustrating me right now? No. There's this one Jets fan who is so lost in his delusions that he is so anti Zach Wilson, he won't accept reality.
Who cares?
I just want to call him out.
Who cares though? Everybody has their own opinions. Who gives a shit?
No, because like every time I go to watch a Zach Wilson a Jets video, he's always there throwing his hissy fits.
So block him. You don't need that negativity. You don't need that negativity in your life, man. You got to just block him or mute him.
Now I reported him for spam.
Well,
that works too, I guess.
So yeah, I mean that's what I got to start to read for this.
I'm just excited. So here's one thing I wanted to mention. I was watching the post-game locker room speech that.
So you didn't watch the defense, but you watched the post-game locker room stuff.
No, it just reminded me how much I just love having Robert Saleh as a head coach.
Oh, okay.
I think that
let's end on that positive. That's a great
no.
point.
Let me finish. I think he honestly has the three best qualities of the last three good Jets head coaches.
He what?
Think about it. The last three good to decent Jets head coaches, he has their best qualities.
Okay, so okay, let's hear this. What Parcells qualities does he have?
He has the fire. Mangini and Rex.
Yeah, he has the fire and passion of Rex Ryan. He has the professionalism and intelligence of Mangini, and he has the motivational skills of Herman Edwards.
It's not a terrible point.
I mean,
think about it.
Okay. Prime time, your thoughts?
I don't think it's a terrible point. I do see some of the fire and passion. Probably not so much as Rex, but more so like as a player-friendly coach, I do see it.
He doesn't have like the brag. He doesn't have like the arrogance or the bragging.
He's like the opposite of Rex. He's been calm, composed, and quiet, and no brash lines, nothing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. More so as a player-friendly coach and somebody that's going to be a motivator, and less so as the brash guy.
Say the shit. Like they actually have to hire a guy to keep him from going on the sideline, from going off the sidelines, because that's how excited he gets.
No, I mean I think that's no. They didn't hire him to be his bodyguard on the sidelines.
No, I said they hired. No, they have a guy to keep him from getting on the field. You ever watch him You ever watch like back in the days when he was the DC?
Yeah, but they didn't hire the guy and say your one job is to fucking grab Coach Sal if he goes on the field.
No, but they gave him that job. They gave him that job because he would get so excited. He'd get on the field.
Prime time.
I got nothing else.
Vincent, thanks for joining us tonight, man. We appreciate it.
Good
Oh yeah,
call.
why not? Let's just fucking might as well at this point. We're not gonna get any likes in this fucking video anyway. We lost viewers, likes, credibility. We lost all.
Sponsors.
Don't worry. There's nothing better. There's nothing better on YouTube. They'll be back next week.
I don't know about that.
Even Vincent admitting this show sucks. All I want to do is eat dinner. This is where you evaluate life choices. I'm definitely evaluating life choices right now.
That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
I'm really evaluating my life right now. 10 o'clock at night. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
How did we get here?
How is his dog not howling? Like, I don't understand how his dog's not howling.
Probably why his dog isn't eating.
Vincent, thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it, man.
All right.
Have a good
Great
night.
stuff, man.
I don't know what just happened there. I don't really know what's
happened the last half hour.
Yeah, this is bad. This is just bad. This is probably one of our worst. We had like a couple good callers. Like Hugh was excellent. Sneakers and Boots was excellent. Anthony went off the rails.
I think before we bring people on, we just have to make it like a prerequisite and just ask, like, did you watch all 4 quarters of the game? Like now we're getting back into like real football games are on. Like we need to make sure before people come on, like they've actually watched everything before we start answering or asking questions. Unbelievable.
It's just what I don't understand is he doesn't feed his dog, and the dog sat there through that guitar and didn't like get scared of it. So must hear it all the time, I guess. Oh man, this is
great.
just.
The Giants just hit a 2-run homer in the first inning.
Didn't
Awesome.
the Yankees, I think, swept the Red Sox today, right?
Wouldn't surprise me.
That's what they do, man. It's just one team going up, one team going down.
I hate life right now.
Carlos, we're equal opportunity, man. We will never discriminate anybody. Everybody has a voice on our show, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. But I guess you have to just make sure you watch the game if you're going to offer a hot take. So, prime time, here is what I request. Do you want to bring on Jake, Jose, or Afram?
This show needs Afram right now.
All right, so how about you talk to Afram and I'm getting out of here because I have to eat dinner, dude. My stomach, my leg is cramping, and my stomach is growling. So can you handle it from here on out?
That's fine.
Here's Afram. See you guys later. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. I'm out of here.
Go eat because I think those toxins are coming out of you exceptionally fast.
What's up? What's up, Afram? Look at you, looking all young and healthy and everything. How you doing, man?
Oh, now you're throwing that young comment in. Oh man, yes, I did watch all 4 quarters. I was watching it with you guys on the stream. 2 guys stood out and Huff to me, and I'm hoping other guys on the team watch the film because he's taking every opportunity on every snap to work as hard as possible. And they all these guys looking for a job, they should be seeing that. Eccles was the other guy that I think his speed is he's quick. Besides being exceptionally fast, he's quick.
Good ball skills too.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I think his other hand was caught up because he was behind the receiver and he was still able to get that hand in.
On the penalty?
No, before that, I think the one
okay.
he broke up. Yeah, that penalty was.
That was an iffy call, I thought.
Yeah, I don't think he hit the other guy's arm. It didn't hinder him in any way. But I like Zach's poise in the pocket and how fast they got him to throw the ball quick, get it out. and they were doing short passes, which was good. But they were never in a long distant, third and long, except for that 3rd and 14 with Zach, and he threw it to Wesco, and Wesco was basically 2 yards short, which is sad if Wesco's making your tight end catches for you. And I'm really surprised that none of these guys are taking advantage of the situation, making every effort. Yeboah, I could see him on the practice squad. I don't think he's making the team, but I don't think they're going to cut ties with him. I think they'll just put him on the practice squad. And quite frankly, like I said in the previous shows, they had the players' union should have pushed for at least 3 other. You make it a 56-man roster, considering you're paying an extra game. It would have just made 3 more guys getting paid, and it would have,
especially with all the protocols and everything this year.
Exactly, yeah. And anyone could get hurt.
What are your thoughts, real quick, on the other tight ends? I mean, do you think Herndon and Ryan Griffin, those guys are safe right now?
I think Griffin is. I don't think Herndon is. I think Griffin is. Well, Griffin is older. Dave Brown, he had opportunity. I don't think they have enough guys there. Just like linebacker, they don't have enough. Like I think Cashman's saved. I don't think they have enough backup in linebacker. And I think the reason this other guy, Dumford was his last name, and yes, they cut him because I think they pretty much know who's going to be on the defensive line, that they can cut the guys on the defensive line now and let other guys for other positions give them extra time to see if they'll come through. So, because you could say that this guy was never going to make the team, even if he played the second preseason, because I think they pretty much know who their rotation is going to be. So, you're going to do 5 this week and then 5 next week. And then you got to cut everybody else from 80 down to 53 after the 3rd preseason, which is going to be, that's a lot off.
It's going to be some very tough cuts. We've been talking about that the last few weeks. I mean, there's going to be quite a few players on this roster that get cut that are probably going to be scooped up pretty quick somewhere else.
Oh yeah. And the same thing with the other teams. So, hopefully,
Any sleepers that you have in mind that could make the roster and bump somebody out? Like we were talking before about Jonathan Marshall, maybe he could replace Nathan Shepard, which I think is probably unlikely. But any other scenarios like that you see happening?
He came into 3rd string as he looked good. I mean, I think he got the safety right, and he had good a good high school, good college career. So he looks big. Sleepers, it's too early for me to I'm gonna be honest, it's too early for me to see right now. I want to see this next preseason game and see who they play and who steps up. They give you get the opportunity, you got to make, like Huff does, he makes every opportunity count, and he looks good. I mean, that one play where he ducked underneath, granted it wasn't a starter, but still, that's just the athleticism alone was impressive.
The first sack, that wasn't against the Giants starting right tackle?
I'm not sure because I don't know.
I thought somebody in the chat said it was the Giants starting right tackle, and then the next one was against the
I know they said a lot of guys weren't starting, and I don't remember to be honest, I don't know how many guys they changed up over the preseason that they've added. I heard Will Hernandez's name called. I didn't think the Andrew. The number of the Thomas. First round, I didn't hear his name. I don't think he played, but regardless, they look good. They played solid, and they were in the face of the offensive line. So they made their time count, regardless of who you would put out there.
Absolutely.
This Green Bay thing is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to see what. Jesus, I just forgot his name.
What position?
The end from Cincinnati. Oh my God,
Lawson.
Yeah, brain fart. Lawson against their left tackle. I want to see how he does against them. I want to see how fast he can get to Rodgers, even though Rodgers is mobile. But if the front 3 besides him can close the pocket on him, it's going to be interesting to see how well he can get around there. And I want to see Quinnen. I don't think Quinnen's playing, right? I don't think they said Quinnen's going to play.
he's back in practice now, so I
Yeah,
wonder if they're going to put him out there. I didn't see any of the reports from earlier today.
if they put him out, I think we'd probably be limited just to get him back into shape. I see more of Mims, give him more, get him into football shape because he had that issue with the food poisoning, and get his strength back, build up his muscles. So, and he looked pretty good for the time, even though it was late in the game. But I think they're going to give him more and more reps as the game goes on, because when he was solid, he made good plays. And we're going to see the corners. We're going to see who test the corners, and we'll see the combinations they put out there. Lamar Jackson didn't look good.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be around much.
Too many guys in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's, like I said, you have the opportunity, better make the best of it. Like Zuniga, he was lost. So I don't see him unless they feel he could develop. May put him on practice squad. I don't know how many guys you can put on the practice squad either.
But you get 10 to 12, I think.
Yeah. I can see Morgan on the practice squad as far as quarterbacks, and they'll go with White and Johnson, 3 quarterbacks.
You can keep both of them.
Do that.
Oof. I'd be fine keeping 3 if you're keeping Morgan just to have a young rookie that you're developing, but keeping 3 and having 2 veterans, I'd much rather keep maybe an extra tight end, an extra running back, another lineman, something like that.
We wait and see, because we'll probably find out. I think the second after this preseason game is going to be probably see some secondary cuts. We'll probably see some maybe a tight end cut, possibly, and then after the Eagles game, it's going to be a slaughter of guys getting cut. We don't even know who. Yeah. But then again, hopefully there's enough time that they can pick up guys from other teams, because everyone's going to have to get rid of a ton of people. So, yeah, they look good. They look cohesive. I look forward to every game at this point. Something positive.
Great call. Well said. Way to bring some sanity back after the last week. We definitely needed that. Temperature in the room is definitely lower.
I think Tyson. I don't know, whatever's Tyson's taking in that protein. I think it's besides the toxins, it made him very irritable too. Right. So
he had a long day.
I'll talk to you soon. Be well.
Have a good night, man.
Bye-bye.
All right. So next up, we'll bring Jake on, and then we'll finish up with Jose.
What's up,
Jake,
man?
Man?
Hey.
How you feeling?
Yeah. It was a typo. I did not mean to write that. So
I clarified it for you. Don't worry.
Yeah. I saw Vinny's comment was just like, get me on the show. I was like, okay, man, there's nothing I can do about it. Whatever.
What were your thoughts from Saturday?
I'm sorry?
What were your thoughts from Saturday?
It was positive. I know you want my Zach Wilson opinion. I'm not going to give one because I'm not doing that till midseason.
No opinion. No opinion.
No, I'm going to be fair. The only example I want to keep using all year is we watched Mark Sanchez the first month, and he was incredible, and then he looked terrible. So there's room for reservation. I need to wait and see how he is. Now, did he look like he had some command? Sure, but that's the best I'm going to give you. I'm not going to say anything else because he played a second string team. I want to see how he does against a starting offense, a good defense. So that's how I feel. I just think that we all can respect that in some way. It's just what I want to talk about is not necessarily Zach Wilson. I want to talk about what I mentioned last week is the young kids. And I mean the young kids in the secondary, because the one name we didn't talk about tonight I thought had a really great performance was Hassan Nasruddin. I thought he actually had a great game in the secondary. He really showed hustle, showed poise. He shows a lot of promise to me that I want to see for the secondary, because that's going to be our Achilles heel this season. So
he's been getting a lot of the first team reps as your weak side linebacker. So I think just what he brings as far as some athleticism into the front seven, his ability to cover backs out of the backfield, stick with some tight ends, I think that's what he's going to be asked to do a lot. Not to mention with his speed, you want to send him on a blitz, I think he'll be able to do that. So he's going to bring, I think, a lot of versatility to the defense.
Did you hear that, Jamal Adams? We're not paying you that much money. We got somebody else to do it. So we appreciate that.
Feels nice.
It was just nice to see that, especially. going back to Hugh's point. I agree 100%. The offensive line, while I thought it did a great job, like Ty Johnson looks like a back. It feels like he's worthy of a starting spot. Guys like Feeney and guys like Van Roten, I'm still very, very worried about them. I just don't see how they're going to be really formidable players going forward. Obviously, we might be stuck with Van Roten on the right side because we really don't have anyone else. And I guess Clark's on the IR. I think I read about that tonight. That's official. So
yep, they placed him on the IR today.
I'm confused. I keep forgetting the IR. He can come back off the IR. It's not like a season-ending thing, right? Is that how the IR works now, or is it kind of they give it
Usually they're eligible to return, but I think they designated him with like a season-ending injury IR. So I think the only way he can come back is with like some injury settlement where they release him and he can sign with another team. But I'm not positive on that. The chat would probably know more than me.
I mean, be honest, his diagnosis of a spinal contusion, you don't screw with that. Like, that's like, he's lucky he's not paralyzed after that. So if that's
and they might want to just place him on IR so that they can give him the full year to heal up. They can put some other veterans back there as depth, and they can evaluate him in another year where he gets to kind of sit back and just watch the film, learn the offense, learn the blocking scheme and stuff like that.
Problem is they're probably going to draft somebody again next year. I think that's going to be at the priority of their offensive drafting list next year, next to the secondary. So it's really unfortunate. I wanted to hopefully see him play this year after, they screwed him last year, not even giving him a chance. So now because of that, with Alex Lewis not playing or whatever the hell he's doing right now, or maybe he does have mental health issues, I still kind of stand by that. I just think the offensive line is still something we're still going to have to really be a little worrisome, even though Vera Tucker will come back, and I think he'll be fine. And then even, I guess I have to kind of say Connor McGovern actually kind of held his own a little bit also. Like, we were really, really worried to think like, does this regime really even know what they're dealing with? They feel like maybe it's a lost cause. Maybe he was just like a bust of a signing, and it's still early. Like, it's still very early. And let's put it this way. Everybody wants to talk about Zach Wilson. Like, really, really understand that him and McGovern better have a marriage like they're attached to the hip. So they better know that they're going to be on the same page about everything. So I really, really hope the two of them gel well together, and I really hope that's going to be something that goes forward. And then obviously the other positions, Wesco, I think he's going to get involved a lot. I think he's going to be a fullback blocking kind of guy. I really think that, we couldn't get Kyle Juszczyk in the offseason. I think he's going to be used in that role. And then I think the tight end they're going to take is they're not looking, I think, for the George Kittle. I think they know they're not going to have it on this team, but they wanted these guys that are going to be able to block. And I think actually in a way, like you look at guys like Griffin, he can block. Croft can block. But then when it comes to catching tight ends, we may not miraculously get that this year. We just want to get some guys at least are going to help with some additional blocking and make sure they help the running lanes open up on the right, especially the right side.
That's why I feel like as a pure receiver, Herndon probably has as much upside as anybody. I know we've been talking about the upside for the last 2 years, whether or not he could take that next step off of what he did his rookie year. But just as far as pure receiving ability, he probably has the most upside there. So I think they're going to give him every chance to try and see the field and earn some reps.
Yeah, I don't think they should cut him. As much as I've been very disappointed with him so far, I have to say at least if he should get a chance, maybe like the first month, 5-6 weeks, and if he's literally just showing absolutely nothing, then you can just bench him and just be done with it, because at this point now he has to put up or shut up. And I think if anything, if he could be at least some form of like receiver threat in the offense, yeah, that would be great, because we like to have it, but I think we really need guys that are going to make sure they're blocking, because Zach Wilson needs as much protection as possible. And then the very good news, I guess, let's talk about the really good stuff. The front seven looks extremely promising. I gotta tell you, this is probably the most promising front seven I've watched since Rex. Like, it just has so much upside. I can't say one bad thing about Carl Lawson. I mean, this guy is just like the biggest class act we're going to have on this team in such a long time. He's going to be a leader for this defense. Quinnen's going to take time. I think he'll struggle the first couple weeks of the season because he's coming off a foot injury. But, look, he doesn't have to be in there, be a superstar. I think Saleh has his plans for him. He knows what he wants him to be, like that Aaron Donald kind of guy, and I hope he really is becoming that guy. And Bryce Huff is, listen, that guy's an undrafted. For once, we actually might have an undrafted guy that has potential. I mean, it's just, besides since like Robbie Anderson, we kind of just got like lucky with that. We actually looked like we found a prospect that actually, for costing us nothing, is going to be big in the pass rushing zone. And
Well, it
CJ
also helps when you have a coaching staff that can, develop a lot of these young kids. In the past, we haven't really had that. We brought in a lot of undrafted players that, ended up sticking elsewhere. Greg Dortch was one that came to mind when I was watching Carolina. He was out there punt returns, making some plays. I'm like, we've been asking for a punt returner for how many years? We couldn't make that work somehow. So it just seems like, in the past, we never had the right staff in place to actually put in the long-term work to develop these young kids.
Yeah, no, it is promising on that front. And CJ Mosley, look, he's a man on a mission. I want him to, I want him to give it his all. I want to get my money's worth for him. I think we all want to get our money's worth for him, because otherwise, it's just going to be a bust there. But the rest of the linebacker crew, Blake Cashman, who the heck knows? The guy is very fragile. He's like the he's kind of like the Danny Amendola of defense. He kind of just gets repetitively injured every year. So I really can't see exactly how he's going to be the most formidable guy in the linebacking staff. But listen, we see a lot of the young guys hopefully coming. That's why I think all the, going back full circle is just to see a lot of these young prospects who are going to be these linebackers, hybrids. The Sherwood made, I think, a couple tackles that were good. Eccles. I mean, we talked about Brandon Eccles. It looks like this guy's got, everyone on every show this weekend was raving about him. They're saying, so I think, I think Sam Acho or someone said on the recent show, they're like, this guy has the biggest upside, for the, no, it wasn't not. I'm sorry. It was, the beat writer, who's the Miami Dolphins fan or something. I forgot, DJ Bayan or something. He said that. Yeah. He is a Miami Dolphin fan, guys, if you don't know that. But he actually says
clearly he trolls Jet fans quite a bit, so that's why.
I really don't take. I mean, this guy's replacing Manish Mehta, so I mean, geez, we're setting the bar high on that right there. But if Brandon Eccles, I think, has got the potential. I want to see Pinnock. I definitely, I want him to get involved. I really want him. My, I've been betting on the horse with him and Bryce Hall being the corners, because I don't think Bless Austin really. Actually, I don't think did Bless Austin even do anything this weekend. I didn't even think really.
He was out there with the ones. I don't even think he got targeted though, which could be a good thing. I mean, if he was blanketing his receiver, so that's one of the things you kind of got to look at the film a little bit more in depth. But he's been getting a lot of work with the ones pretty much all at camp.
Yeah, and lastly, the kicking situation. Geez, dear God, I don't need. I actually not just that the kicking. The two extreme negatives is the kicking and the backup quarterback situation. I could not even. I swear, I almost didn't want to watch the end of the game. Just how, or pretty much, I know at this point why Morgan didn't play last year. I mean, as much as I despise Adam Gase, now I'm starting to think okay, now I understand why this guy legitimately just could not even step in the field. He looked like he could not even hit the Dunkin' Donut stand in the 300 deck. He looked like he couldn't even do that at this point. It was just so unbearably terrible to watch him. And yeah, at this point now, after watching my boy Fields play well, I think it's unanimous that Nick Foles should be on the phone for him, for whatever they want to get.
I got to pull a Tyson here. So if you're saying that Fields played well, you're able to form an opinion on him. How come you can't form an opinion on Zach Wilson?
No. I shouldn't. You got me on that. All right, fair enough. I'm
channeling my inner Tyson there.
Yeah. No. You know what? Take it back. You know what? Fields got to show me more. Also, he's got to show. I should say more along the lines of, I think that they don't need Nick Foles. I think they're going to lease. I think Fields is enough to be a backup if, God forbid, he's not starting the first week, because he still has to fight for a job. I kind of made that clear last week. Is Wilson's going to start? I never said Wilson was never going to start. Fields is just going to have to. I don't know if he's going to start that quick. I hope he does, but I just think, going back to my point, is I think Foles is going to be available, and why the Colts have not jumped on that so quick tells me that the Jets should be running with any kind of pick, 6th, 7th round pick. Pay the money. They got paying the $5 million. It's a little overpriced, but you know what? They would have paid the same money for Josh McCown. They would have paid the same money if it was Mark Brunell at the time. It's just, get somebody here who's at least going to show him the ropes, because Mike White has no business being on this team. Morgan clearly was an Adam Gase pick. Just get someone here who's going to have a situation. And also, who in this group wants to watch the Luke Falk situation all over again? Do we really want to sit here and watch this again? Nope. I mean, Robert Saleh would probably throw up on the field over and over again, worried about being pulled off the side of the field by that guy. So if anything, that's the one thing I can't really sit here and be positive about, because that is a dire situation if Zach goes down, because it can happen, and it can happen in any situation. And like I said, going back to the last thing, is the kicking situation. that's going to make or break a lot of games. I know no one wants to talk about kickers in this league. No one gives a
Brady
crap.
Mann played well.
Yeah, no, I meant to say a punter, a kicker. Yeah, I mean, I remember like Ray Lucas used to go on the show and just like give like F's to kickers. He like never gave like a positive grade to them like ever at a point. But I think in the end, like getting the right kicking situation is going to. It could be the difference of, I think we're going to win 5-6 games. It could be the difference of us winning maybe 8 games. We could actually maybe find a way with a couple of 3-pointers, find a way to squeak by like the Miami Dolphins, or maybe we'll squeak by, I don't know, maybe the Carolina Panthers week 1, whatever the case may be. It's just, I think that at least having a formidable kicker is going to be big, unless they just don't care, unless they're legitimately just going to just, do the best they can. And we'll see about that point. But, and lastly, Primetime, good job with the wrap. I'll tell you this truthfully. I didn't like this. Do you ever watch the show Dave on FXX?
No, I don't.
Little Dicky?
No.
Okay. Watch the show, and I'll tell you truthfully that I'm not renewing the 2nd season. I'll give you the 3rd season for that, all right?
Sounds good.
All right? All right. Have a good night, man.
Good talking to you, man.
Later.
All right. Really quick, just catching up on the chat. Tyson, he had to go eat dinner. He was working late, hopped on the stream, probably got home like 5 minutes before we went live. So he's going to eat, and Tyrone was not here tonight. Hopefully he's okay. I think he had some like video issues. I have no idea what's going on. So we're just going to wrap up right now with our good friend, Jose, who's probably ecstatic. Jamal Adams finally signed his contract.
What's going on?
He'll be here to.
What's going on, PT? What's going on,
up,
PT?
man?
How you doing?
You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling. I was on suicide watch last night, and I woke up to good news. So, yeah.
So what do you think about the contract? I mean, do you think it's a good deal for Seattle? Did Jamal win? I mean, good deal for both sides.
You wanted more. We left the table. His mom called and said, "Don't be stupid. Take the deal," and he listened to his mom. So yeah.
So the
everybody,
yeah, go ahead.
Everybody, listen to your mothers out there. So yeah.
Great advice. So let me ask you this though. What are you thinking about 2 years or 3 years before the next holdout and he wants a new deal?
I'm thinking you guys are probably right too.
I'm thinking 2 also.
Yeah.
Unless he has an all-pro year this year, he might want to just tear it up and start from fresh right after the first year.
And no, God, don't wish that on me.
Well, that would be a good thing though if he played at a high level.
Oh yeah.
But then he'll want a new deal. That's what's going to come with that.
Exactly.
Just be ready for it.
Now, me, you, and Tyson have the same problem. We both have unreliable co-hosts. You have Tyrone, and I have Elias, who either is at work or is.
Where's Elias been? He's been MIA like the last 3 days. I don't know where he's been.
All of a sudden, he's out of town.
Was he on vacation?
I have no idea.
And wait, people don't bring their phones when they're on vacation? You can't do a quick live stream? I can't tell you how many times I went on vacation with my family in Wildwood. I brought my laptop and we would set up and still do our podcast while I was there.
Exactly. I have to give you credit on the wrap. Very good.
It honestly meant the most coming from you because I knew that you would be brutally honest. Like if it was bad, I know you know your rap. So if it was bad, I know you would let me have it. So the fact that you're able to compliment it makes me feel pretty good about the final product.
Now let's talk Jets.
What are your thoughts? What do you got?
No, I watched till halftime because then the Seahawks game came on. Wow, the Jets were at halftime. I liked what I saw from Bryce Huff and also the guy that caused the fumble.
Sherwood?
Yeah, Sherwood. And can somebody tell me if Zach Wilson played baseball? Because there's a little loop in his delivery that guys like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers have where they don't go straight back with their arm. It's a little loop in there, wind up, and that actually helps a lot. So I like it.
No, you're absolutely right about that. Like from like a baseball perspective, as far as like a catcher just getting the ball right to their ear, like he's got that ability.
Yeah.
We always talk about Sam Darnold with the hitch. He doesn't have that at all. He just gets that shit out so quick. So that's the one thing I
Trevor
really
Lawrence has the hitch. Trevor Lawrence is just straight back, and that's gonna create a lot of strip sacks, a lot of fumbles, a lot of bad shit for the Jaguars. So I have to give credit to my terrible co-host. He was right. He's looking like he was right. So yeah.
No, the bigger test for him is obviously going to come like once he sees starting defenses, once other defenses have some film on him, they start to make some adjustments. But like just from a fan perspective, having that first game, getting it out of the way with some confidence, making some throws, like for right now, there's no reason to overreact one way or another. Just all like feel good positives right now.
Right. If Tyson doesn't watch this back, I have a good way to describe the show.
Uh-oh.
To a sponsor. It's football meets the Tom Green show.
I thought you were going to say football meets the circus, but that's a good one too. So
I was going to say Jackass, but
that's probably a better one, actually. Football meets Jackass. That's like a perfect description. Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if the sponsor is Manscaped. That would make sense.
That's funny, dude, because they actually contacted us. Like, no joke, they actually contacted us.
They contacted a Seahawks podcast I watched.
Yeah, they're big on YouTube. They try to sponsor a lot of stuff on there, I think. It wasn't anything, I think, special towards us, but
that's why I guess Manscaped. So yeah, hopefully you guys take it. Hopefully they don't watch this episode because
we got to hide this one from you guys.
After Anthony came on, it went to shit.
Yeah, we had a fire like first 45 minutes. We finished it up pretty good, but the middle was all.
Thank you, Waffle Wire.
One thing I know about Waffle Wire is though he's going to come back strong though. Anytime he has like a few down weeks, he usually bounces back the following week.
Sounds like my personal life, but anyway.
Hey, it's not how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get back up, right?
Yeah.
Keep getting back up, man.
All right, PT.
Good talking to you, man. Have a good night.
Good talking to you. Hopefully, next week I can talk to all three of you.
Yeah, I'll definitely Tyson will be back, and hopefully Tyrone will be here too.
Or you guys can just hire me.
We might have to.
Yeah,
We're struggling right now.
By all means, I'm a free agent.
Awesome, man. Great talking to you. Have a good night.
Love you guys. Have a good night.
All right, be good.
Yeah, you too.
All right, thank you again to everyone that tuned in. Definitely appreciate it. Apologies again. Tyson had to run a little bit early tonight, so I was just finishing up here. The Sam Darnold wrap will be uploaded separately to YouTube right after the show, so stay tuned for that. If you didn't get to listen to it, have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later.